Hello class. So hopefully the videos have been helping you and making sense for you, but I have a little bit of concern that you're not understanding the AR verbs, so I wanted to review them again. The pronouns that we are going to discuss are written already for you, so let's quickly review them. Yo, usted, tú, nosotros, él, ella, ellos, ellas, ustedes. I, you formal, you informal, we, he, she, they male, they female, and you plural. You don't see the tú and the ustedes in this chapter, but I do include them because they're two pronouns that are useful and important. We use them often. So I do want you to have them. If you've not written these in your spiral cards, then make sure that you do have them because you will be having a quiz on these fairly soon. We talked last week about the verb conjugation. We said that when a verb is in its AR format, ER format, or IR format, that's called an infinitive. When it is in its infinitive form, meaning it ends in the AR, it means it is in its two forms. So this is to plant. Recall also the underlined portion here is called the stem, and it always stays the same when you're conjugating or changing. But the AR does not stay the same depending on the subject. The AR changes. Last week we studied and learned that the yo, the subject yo, has an O ending. So if I wanted to say I plant, I would say yo planto. Okay? And we learned that usted, which we said was singular, so I'll put a little star here, is usted planta. So it has an A ending. Okay? So I'm only going to underline the endings. Tú, formal you, is going to be AS. So tú plantas. Use the tú when you're speaking to each other in an informal, friendly way. Use the usted to speak to adults or somebody out of respect. Nosotros is going to be plantamos. Plantamos. Nosotros plantamos las rosas. We plant the roses. Okay? So, o, a, as, and amos. Again, the a is singular, which brings me to my next two subjects. El, which is he, and ella, which is she. That is one person. So if I said he writes the book, she plays the piano. That is one person doing an action. So that is going to have the same ending as the usted, which is a. So these would be planta. And the arrow here indicates they should repeat themselves. These ones, ellos, ellas, and ustedes, are they male, they female, and you as in the whole class, everyone. When you're talking about they or you all, you're speaking about multiple people. It's more than one. So that is called the plural. Okay? These are all plural, so they're going to have the same ending. That would be plantan. Ellas, ellos plantan, ellas plantan, and ustedes plantan. Okay? So your endings for these three are the plural endings, and they're always going to be an. If I wanted to talk about teachers, which is a plural subject, los profesores plantan. If I wanted to talk about a boy, he plants. El niño planta. If I wanted to say, so basically my point that I'm trying to make is that the usted, the el, and the ella all share the a ending, the singular ending. Let's go ahead and write that here so that your chart is complete. We're going to put planta as well. The ellos, ellas, and ustedes are plural endings. So the subject, anytime it is plural, it doesn't have to be a pronoun. It is going to end in an. So for your next quiz, you're going to learn yo planto, usted planta, tú plantas, nosotros plantamos, él planta, ella planta, ellos plantan, ellas plantan, and ustedes plantan. You're going to have to write the 9 pronouns with their proper endings. You're going to have to write them from memory. So please study these, know them. Please write this in your note card if you did not last session. That's pretty much it as a review. The only other thing I wanted to mention is in your vocab list, when you're writing your words, you have the words quiero and the words necesito and the words puedo, but you don't have the yo in front. It's missing. It is not in your vocab book. That is because it is understood. In grammar of Spanish, you are allowed to drop the yo and simply say planto, like I planto la rosa, without saying yo planto la rosa. You can do the same thing with tú. Tú plantas la rosa is the same as plantas la rosa. And you can do the same thing with nosotros plantamos la rosa or plantamos la rosa without saying nosotros. So with yo, with tú, and with nosotros, because they don't share endings with any of the other subjects, you can drop the pronoun, but you cannot drop it with the other subjects. For our purposes, when we write translation of sentences, I don't want you dropping the pronoun. I want you to write it until you're very comfortable with it and familiar with how it works. Once you are familiar with it and you know how it works, then we will allow you to drop it. For right now, please don't. So that means when you're writing your vocab list, get in the habit of writing yo, even though it's not listed there, okay? All right, guys. Si me necesitan ayuda, por favor, háblame. If you need help, please call me or please text me. Thank you.